What's up guys, Spec here, the intros are back. I'm going to keep them short though, but 3 dragons cards got buffed, so it's time for a dragon deck, right? I'm also going to do a Squirtle dragon deck because you can get more dragons in there. This is Revenants because they kind of just make the most sense. Dragon's Dream, bang. Honestly guys, it's a pretty bad card. We're not even playing Madoc in this one, unfortunately, so yeah, it's a bit of a stinker, but it's a dragon, mate. Okvist, honestly guys, it's a pretty bad card, but it's a dragon, it got an extra point, and Synthesis Blaze. It also got buffed, and it's a dragon. Obviously, the charges sort of synergizing with Revenants and things like that. We've also got Ike, who is a baller card. He's working like a Geralt of Rivia. He's actually a really good card in this. It's a big reason to play it. You've got this dragon, which is a banger with Revenants as well. And you've also got Villain Tretamurf, which is also a banger dragon. So, lots of dragons. Still, Dragon's Dream, Okvist, and Blaze are pretty bad, even though they got buffed. Don't play this if you're looking to get a super competitive score, but it's a fun deck to try out, and I hope you enjoy the video. I was going to tidy my room up, but alas. This was good. I actually needed to sleep.
I can barely hear over the sound of you drowning.
I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be playing a little bit of Gwent, and then a little bit of Storybook Brawl 2. Might do some just chatting stuff. Like yesterday's stream was bare short, and I've not streamed in a while. I'm feeling a bit anxious, to be honest, about the lack of streams recently. Like, but it is what it is, man. You get me. Ooh, what is the important work thing tank off if you are able to divulge that information? Alright, pop, pop. Nice little start. Got the archer with the forbidden magic. Answering their engine, setting up our own.
You wanted a coup? You got one.
Let's get to work on the fur cat. Yo, thanks for follow, Iron Man TCG. What's up? What's good, everyone? Lovely to see you all. Hope everyone is well, man. Hope you're all good. I'm just about to find out my COVID results, so let's hope I'm fine. So that'll be a bit of a downer, if not, won't it? That'll be a little bit of a downer. My friend reckons he's got it, which is kind of interesting because he had it like 2 months ago. But we're pretty impressive if he's managed to do it twice in like 2 months. Both times when I went to see him as well. Thanks, Sim. I didn't actually brush it. Honestly, it's actually a bit of a mess, but I think the camera's doing it a bit of help. Diving into self-employment as a media dude, and I teach people how to effectively teach digital environment. Damn. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds very cool. We seem to be losing, guys, on even. How's that happened? Well, they slammed their leader. So Ike here is worth 15. I'm 23 down. Like, we're just not. I mean, we can do this. Because Villain is 18 points of reach, right? This is 15 as well. So we always pass on 5 in these situations. Like, we could have tried to get their Sunset Wanderers from them. But the reason we pass on 5 is simply because they can't just dry pass us now. And I still have Assault, right? So I can use Assault and Cubit to resist the bleed and try not to lose on even. Try not to go into round 3 down a card, right? Because they can't just pass. If they pass, I just play a card and we're sorted. I mean, we've got all the dragons, mate. How could I say no? Get me.
Got ya, you bleating son of a dope.
So we're just going to go for an archer here. Gets us ahead.
For king, for country, for
And then we could slam the Adaran and leader, I guess, if necessary. And ideally, we've just got the handful of dragons, mate. Alright. Easy Ike. So in case you don't know, Ike is working like Geralt of Rivia. But his 2 provisions cheaper. But he only works like Geralt of Rivia if you have a dragon in hand. Otherwise, you have to actually float him on the board. But fortunately, we've got about 17 dragons in hand. So we can clean up shop there. We're going to try square tail dragons as well. I mean... we're getting Cubit here. We could lock this, I guess.
Gladly help. I love to see it.
Alright. I mean, we didn't Sam leader, which is good. The bad news is our leader's going to be on a Revenant. So we'll just Darren the Revenant, mate. It's going to be the game plan. Also might get one through Forbidden Magic in it. If this gets murked, might be in a little bit of bother. I'm hoping all will be good. Okay, what's up? Alright, that's fine. That's very fine, actually.
Truly elect is for the offer, but I prefer to create my own.
Yo, Rashid. Mate, why am I a former streamer? Look, the stream time has gone down a bit, but that's just hurting my feelings, mate. Come on. There's no need for that, mate. Okay, so just do this. I am a bit quite conscious that I have been streaming a lot less though recently, but it is what it is, man. Whatever. Whatever, blood. Alright, alright. Bill and Tretmouth can kill this.
Crap move.
Oh, the Synthesis Blaze is coming through, guys. Come on, the Blaze. No! No! The back row spawn as well. Never lucky. How does this thing work? On an enemy row for 3 turns. Do I have to play it now? I actually have no idea. Oh, look at that effect. Oh. I think if we don't play it now, we might have been in trouble. Nah, I think we would have been fine. Oh well.
I will not let this become a
Oh, the hyper thin of dreams, mate. That is OP. We also do have some sequencing issues here. This means we can click Ocvis, kill. We'll have to go villain next, right? And then we can just play the other dragon last. It's great gameplay from my opponent. I can see why they're pushing pro rank.
For the king! We retreat behind some undergrowth.
Oh! The Dragon Stream! Lining up the Viglyforts. We're 10 points ahead. Bloody hell, this would have been close actually, right? I didn't even clock. It's very bloody close.
Best yield now.
Autumn lights! Tomorrow we sup at home!
Let's go, baby.
To you.
Ah!
I never err in my predictions.
Why is my camera being so bad and not letting me change its settings? We're playing some Gwent. We're also going to play some Storybook Brawl. I've not played it in like a week or so. I opened kegs, bro. I even opened the flipping premium ones. You absolutely did not get scammed, mate. In fact, you got incredible value for money. You should be grateful, in my opinion. When is Witcher 3? True. Mate, I'm going to start streaming a lot more variety stuff. To be fair, I only got back 2 days ago. Hey, Zane. Did they fix Gwent? Gwent fixed. I don't know. I've actually really not played much this month. They've definitely, the patch definitely improved it though. But yeah, it's a bit of an off season, isn't it?
Glad to help.
But I've run out of YouTube videos. I filmed, what, 5 or 6 YouTube videos on patch day? And now I'm like, don't have any of those left. Yeah, New World's out, right? Later this month. FIFA, Call of Duty. I'm going to be playing all these games. I ordered a graphics card today. I don't know, Coffee. I've really not played much this month at all. I only played on patch day. From what I hear, though, people have been enjoying it more this month than last month. I've got lots of deck ideas. But I'm also going to be playing some co-op games with Rashid this month. That's the game plan. New World's going to be the biggest one though, right? Like New World's going to be banging. Freddie and I are very excited for New World sessions. So, slam a defender. I'm very confused as to what my opponent's game plan is. Guess I just go for a Revenant. I did not, Zane. No luck, unfortunately. 0 luck. So I think starting tomorrow, my game plan is in the mornings to just ring places of things that have gone up that day, and just if I like it enough, just put down an offer. Like literally, just skip the other stuff. Like don't bother trying to get like a viewing because it's just all getting snapped up so quickly, right? So I think the game plan is just going to be find a place I like the look of and just be like, bang, just commit. Lots of flats. Mate, honestly, after my weekend in Bristol, it's just reaffirmed the idea of how much more like I really do just want to move to Bristol. Like, my friend actually, so my 2 friends that are there, one of them, Will, who's got her baby girl, he got engaged this weekend, which is pretty nuts. But then my other friend Greg, like I met his old uni friends that like I hadn't seen actually in a couple years, and I get on with them really well. So it's just like a big group of people that I actually do know. Skipping over dinner view, Jamal's interesting. Where's Jamal living? Thanks, Zane, as well. Yeah, my sister had like a real tough time getting a place in Edinburgh as well. For like sort of similar reasons. Greenwich, right. Oh. So we're supposed to go, actually, believe it or not, a Neuromancy for assault here. If we don't draw it here. Guess we can a bit of magic. Just because it puts assault in our hand for round 3. I have no idea what my point is. How much is rent? I don't know. I'm really looking at like £800 a month. What? This guy's pushing? Oh no, I don't like the look of this.
Nice mess you've got here.
Oh! Yes, Dragon's Dream, baby. My Discord notifications are still showing. Any ideas? Any streamer friends? It says I'm in streamer mode, but I've got Discord notifications popping up on my screen. Any ideas? Come on! The office, mate! Just gonna mute my phone in a sec. Apologies. Don't duel my Octvist, I beg. Yes, guys! The Octvist lives to fight another day, man. Look at this. This is brilliant. Click. Click. Click it. In-game overlay turned on? Maybe. Is that in the settings? I'll have a look. It might be. I think last time I streamed it was what was it, watching the open? I don't know, maybe something like that.
Have a look at that.
It's all under control, guys.
Stars.
Oh! Why did we not keep Octvist? Because I'm so far behind, like, I need the tempo here. And then in round 3 I can just set up Revenants and stuff. But the thing is, if I commit like Archers and Revenants and you just pass, whereas Octvist I was like, yeah,
Nice
be
mess
fine.
you've got here.
Mistakes may have been made, guys. It's not ideal, is it?
She's rather hungry, you see. So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
It's definitely not ideal. Look at this Octvist value, guys. That's broken.
The city is ravaged by rot.
I guess I could have done it with Vincent instead. If I left this, could I have? It's 5. I think I couldn't have still. It's kind of crazy the level of play at rank 2. Thanks to Bits Heal Burner. Start with a Revenant, I guess. I guess this is my best Vincent. But we also do want to get the archer down, so maybe we just go assault for the archer. It risks our villain Tretamurth bricking, but I'm not really too worried.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
We're actually rank 2. Yeah, we're actually rank 2. They have a lot of commandos, mate. A lot of bloody commandos.
Semper Fi! Death to the enemy!
Okay, our villain is fine, but also this is our Ike. Let's get a second Revenant in to begin. Bad spawn. I suppose I should have played this other Revenant back row just because I have a Rolock card, but this is also Rolock, so that's not true.
Semper Fi! Nasty business, that.
Well,
A superb specimen, truly.
oh my goodness.
Commands are sacred. Must be treated as such. I fear not, for faith guides me.
There's no way we're flipping losing, mate. What a brain dead deck. So dumb.
Not your lucky day.
Bruh. Stop it.
What can I do for you?
I mean, sure, maybe, but
Oh, goody. I was getting bored.
very interesting stuff, I'd say. Not in a good way. Like, my opponent just had no brain. Still won. Whatever, man. Whatever. I just don't even know what to say about that. I just don't even know what to say, mate. I'm lost for words, to be completely honest. It's a bit of a joke, really, but I guess I just got outplayed, guys. I'm just salty because I'm bad at the game, right? It's fine. So obviously we can get the armor back if we keep... I could have left this, but I just thought the 2 damage is worth protecting. 2 strength seems pretty booky. The get enough, really, now.
One who is blind can yet see.
Alright, happy days. This is going very well. I think we're still winning this round despite the Getty. I went to the gym yesterday, Zim, yeah.
I suppose. And the end.
I hadn't been going too much, but yeah, I went yesterday, man. Thanks for asking. It's good. I really enjoyed it. I really needed to go. And plan on going more frequently as well. I only cycled. Yo, Jedapal! What's up, my friend? Love to see you, mate. No, I didn't lift. I literally cycled. I just cycled, but I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. I really appreciate it, my friend. Can you squeeze Ronvid? I mean, you could, but like, in my opinion, he's just not that good anymore with PFIs. Like, if you draw him in round 1, he's probably worth it, but a lot of the time you don't actually draw him, right? And at that point, it's very questionable if he's worth. Yeah, Forbidden Magic I do love, yeah. It's definitely not as good as it used to be, but definitely love the cards still. So we're just gonna keep getting the revs through, we get Cuba, and then we'll just go for the Margarita here. I suppose I could have gone Vincent on form, but I like the lock, honestly. Games have been alright. I've not really played many, mate, but yeah, I was away this weekend, innit? Hey, Jess, what's up?
Daughter of the heavens, accept my sacrifice.
Cheddar Paul, I had a great moment, mate, yeah. A rapper that I really like. Noticed that I knew the words. And we like finished the song, like singing it basically together. Alright, so ready for this. The self-damage into the Ike. Oh, it's so good. Hey, Zigzag, thanks so much for the sub, man. Raid. Appreciate it, mate. Hope you are. Jess is coming in with a sub as well. Thank you, Jess. Did we just pass? God. How am I not how am I not winning? I mean, Vin and Tremoth's going to be good on Melusine later on, right? Thanks, Jess. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's enough, unfortunately. I won. Who's Slotai? No, Slotai actually came really close into the crowd to us though, but I was very hammered, mate. I have to say it. Like, I was pretty out of it. I don't really remember Slotai much at all, unfortunately, which is a bit dumb. I was way too hammered. But he got really close to us in the crowd. There were some girls we saw, yeah, that had a sign that said, "Slotai, please spit in my mouth." Oh my goodness. I didn't actually see it. Oh. It's one of his lyrics. I don't know. I don't remember. I actually didn't see the sign. Someone mentioned it to me. And the girl said that, yeah, like some girls left their Slotai sign in the toilet, whatever you call them, little cubicle things, portaloos. And yeah, they had to go in and get it, and it was a Slotai. Will you please spit in my mouth or whatever? Hey Foxy, what's up, man? But no, she's called Annie. So I play the song that it is a lot on stream because it's on repeat on Spotify. So she has Paying Black Girls with Georgia Smith, right? Which is just a tune. But then she did like another Colours show. And yeah, when she was singing that one, she clocked that I knew the words. And she was like, "Oh, he knows the words." So I was like, yeah, of course. So then like it was like right towards the end of the song. So then like, the last bit of the song, which by the way, the last bit of the song is definitely the best bit. Yo, my son! Oh, all the subs coming in is very nuts. I really appreciate it. What's up, man?
Greetings, Father of Dragons.
Hello.
Dagger comrade.
I'll take that. Father of Dragons. Yes, please. I'll take being the Father of Dragons. She didn't give me the mic, unfortunately. I feel like if it was like... I think they were under strict instructions not to let anyone from the crowd up, right? With the fact, you know, what's going on in the world. But she did ask my name. I know, right? She did ask for my name. And later on, I didn't clock this, but my friend Greg did. Probably because I was just over the moon, mate. I was on cloud 9. Later on, one of her lyrics was like, "My boy's got the keys to the Porsche," and she was pointing at me. Ooh. Jet that straight into my veins, mate. My confidence for the rest of the day was through the bloody roof. And I may have accidentally, when she asked for my name, I may have accidentally said Speci, unironically. Bro, why not? You gotta own it, innit? What? What sounds more cool? Joe? Nah. Nah. Definitely not. I'm doing well, my son. Thank you, mate. So now I need to tweet at her, innit? I need to tweet at her and be like, remember me? Joe's a very nice name, thank you. I was thinking, I was like, I could say Curly, I could say Joe. But it was the first act of the day, it was on the Sunday. And my friend Greg, like, one of his mates that I was with, I've met before, but then the other one I hadn't met. And we were like hanging out with him the whole day. And he was just going around telling everyone we bumped into the story. And he was like, and then he gave her his gamer tag. Oh my goodness. I don't know who Kevin Speci is. Oh, it was so good. It was just so nice to like meet people as well, man, and just, yeah, man. Like a couple of the people, as I say, my friend Greg, his mates, I went to a music festival with like 3 or 4 years ago, and like I used to visit him like a lot when he was at uni, but I hadn't seen a lot of them in so long. So it was nice to see them, but then also just meet like new people, right? Oh, hype train! But so much hype. Thank you, Kate. This is like the worst matchup, by the way, for us. Hype train. Well, thank you very much, guys. We had Jess Mercer and Kate, and also Cheddar Paul with the subs. We had flipping Zigzag with the raid as well. Much love. I really do appreciate it, man.
Superb specimen, truly.
You are diamonds.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
I mean, I guess we try and get the archer to stick in it. Probably should have pinged the bear still. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Alright, Quartermaster for my Forbidden Magic looks good.
Take care of your blades and they'll take care of you.
We need a 9 strength card for Ike as well. Which... Oh, Killer Bee! Guys, thank you so much. It's really kind. I was saying just before, I'm pretty conscious that I've really not been streaming as much recently. So, to have everyone here and supporting still is... Oh, I forgot about that. It really does mean a lot. So thank you. Get in! Let's go! A Revenant stayed alive, mate. We've also now got the Ike as well. So let's take that before it's...
The unworthy shall be punished.
Oh my god. Panic. I don't know if there was a small F for you guys or if that was just the game. I got nervous. I thought the game was broken and I thought I DC'd. But I think we're all good. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's England versus Poland tonight as well, which is quite a big game. Small stutter. Okay. This guy's got bloody Mardromes for days, mate. Well, I think we should go for another Revenant here, you know?
A superb specimen, truly.
Our leader is not looking fantastic.
For the king!
So, I'm quite excited for it. I didn't even realise it was England-Poland until this morning. But we played them last time and beat them, but they didn't have Lewandowski, right? He was injured. So I'm quite excited for that. Obviously, I've got lots of Polish friends. I'm sure quite a few Polish viewers as well. Polska Gorem and that. Which means Poland on top, guys, in Polish, you see? See? I bet you didn't know that I knew Polish, mate. But I do. I do know Polish. I'm actually going to slam the leader now. And the reason is I get Hubert. So this is at 8. Just dump this in it. Like my leader was going to be on a Royal Guard, but I was going to save it for the Idaran. But I don't think I know any Polish songs actually now. But guys, I need to tweet at any. So my thinking was, yeah, as a lot of you will know, before I was streaming Gwent full time, I was primary school teacher, innit? Which is definitely still something I'm pretty passionate about. But there was an idea that I had, which is basically that why in schools, particularly primary schools, because that's the area of my interest, right? Why? Let me think how to phrase this. This doesn't get me ahead either, so I have to go for this first. I guess I could also go for the villain. Let's go for the villain. I don't think they can kill it, right? If they... Okay. I was hoping they might play a card not realising how it works. But when I was in school, I had Michael Rosen come into my school, yeah, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But why not, like... You look at poetry, yeah? In my opinion, the best poets, or the poets that I can relate to most, as a young adult, I was going to say adult, English, I don't even know what I'm talking about. As a young adult, the poets that I can relate to most are actually singers and rappers, right? As an example, Arlo Parks is a British singer. Oh my god, can you not? She's a British singer, and she's bloody brilliant. Imagine you had a unit of work rather than a book, which books are great, don't get me wrong, or a poem. You study a song, yeah, and then like you could go and see the artist like perform like at the Royal Albert Hall or something. Like loads of schools would all look at something like that, right? I think it's such a sick idea. But it's something I thought about quite a long time ago, and I was like, this could actually, I'd be quite interested in just hearing like an artist's perspective on it, right? Imagine I could just have a little chat with any. It'd be pretty fucking cool, I think. So, I don't know. Thinking about saying, "I come on the show, whatever the show actually is." I don't know. But I guess I could have gone Vincent there as well. Yes, get in, mate. You can flex with the Dragon's Dream as well. But yeah, it's just an idea that I had a long time ago. It's like the kind of thing that if I was to become like mega successful and like I was able to like start a charity or something, I think that's what I would do. You look at someone like Marcus Rashford, who's an English footballer. He plays for Manchester United, if you don't know. He's a young black footballer that has been advocating like better free school meals. He's been holding the government to account. He's also written a book, which is like the #1 bestseller for children's authors, which is great, you know, because you can, like, if you are a kid like Rashford, like that looks like him. I mean, it's very important to see people that look like you, right? Like, exactly, being a role model, right? So why could you not have something to do like with music, right? Because at the moment, English teaching, bear in mind, English is always my least favorite subject, right? When I was in school, I was more of a maths guy. But when you're teaching English, it's all about, oh, an expanded noun phrase. Bro, I don't have a clue what an expanded noun phrase is. Not really. And I've got a bloody degree in teaching, mate. Like, I would just, like, before the lesson, look up what is an expanded noun phrase. Like, that's not how you, like, in my opinion. This is what I'm saying, though, right? Having this kind of discussion with an artist, like, about what it was like. How did she... Because she's, like, a lyricist, right? Like, her lyrics are sick. She's got bars for days, mate. So, I'd be very interested in having that discussion. But imagine that. You do a unit of work studying a song, like you would a poem, right? You break down the language, blah 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 blah, and then you could actually go and see them at a show, mate. I think it would be so sick. But yeah, if I go back into schools, that's the kind of thing that I would be like, I want to do this. But obviously, I'm not teaching at the moment, so it's kind of a weird one. But yeah, if I was to like go back into a school, I'd be like, yo. I'd probably look at Arlo Parks because I know she was a poet, I think, before she became a singer. But also, like, the other thing is, there's obviously some difficulties with it because, like, for example, a lot of rappers, you know, use rude words and stuff. But, you know, you could obviously do it for secondary school teaching as well. It's just primary school teaching is more my my interest because it's what I've got my degree in. I don't know, man. It is interesting, and like, why is it that what is it that schools aren't doing to, you know, necessarily like English teaching in schools? Like, how many rappers do I listen to that say these, like, I didn't really try much in school? Like, aren't these the kinds of people that if you're doing English lessons that you're supposed to be, you know, helping get better? I don't know. Interesting. That's actually really cool to hear, Salty Captain. Yeah, but I'm not talking exams, mate. You got to bear in mind, I'm talking primary school. I'm talking as just like an enrichment thing, right? I'm just talking as like an experience and like, fuck exams, man. I don't give a shit about exams. Not even the slightest. Like, I also agree with what you're saying, right? But I'm thinking just like as a learning experience. I think it sounds sick, mate. I would love to have gone to... I think how many people don't go and see live music, right, when they're young? Like, I was lucky that I did a little bit, but not really. But I don't reckon I saw any kind of live music properly until, like, apart from, you know, like at a church or whatever, until I was probably like 13. But yeah, I know what you mean. But like, you could do it like you could just have like, okay, this year all the schools in this area are gonna study this song by Arlo Parks, right? And then you would arrange with her like a certain date at like a big venue, like at the Royal Albert Hall as an example, which is like a big posh place in London. But obviously it's very ambitious, don't get me wrong. But it's just an idea, right? I think it would be sick. And it's the kind of thing that if I was to be like, again, somehow incredibly successful, it's the kind of thing that I would love to do. Like, absolutely, if I was to like, I would love to set up some sort of like charity for primary school children, and that I think it would be something I'd be very passionate about. Because I hated poetry, mate, when I was younger. I hated it so much. But then when I started teaching, I was like, oh, mate, it's kind of like rap. And I love rap. Like I really like, there's something about a rap song where I'm listening to the lyrics where like I actually take a real interest in it, right? Whereas I don't think with like poetry when I was in school. Exactly. Local artists. People that are from the same place. They can look the same. They can have the same experiences, right? I mean, no, it can definitely happen. There's no doubt about it. Like, you have shows to the theatre, right? It wouldn't cost, in theory. That's the idea, right? It'll be a charity thing. Yeah, exactly. It's just like a more modern approach, maybe. My point is that I think that these sorts of artists are more relatable to children than, for example, a poet is. Now, maybe not all children. Maybe that's a bit of a sweeping statement, but I would say more relatable to the majority, right? Potentially. Like I used to put like Arlo Parks on in the school, and I used to like just put the live sessions on if they were doing like some sort of like activity where it was quite chill. I'd put Arlo Parks at Glastonbury, like her Glastonbury set or something, right? Because the reason her in particular came up was because we were reading a book, and it used the phrase "black dog," and one of the really cool things about the reading approach in the school I was working in was you would just read a book. So like Harry Potter was one of them, and then if there was any questions, you could just do like a whole lesson on like a certain thing. So we just did a whole lesson on what is black dog. And what I wish I did on reflection is I printed the lyrics off to the song, right? I didn't do that, I just showed them it. But if I was to go back in and do it again, I'd actually love to just like break down a song and like look at all the lyrics and that sort of stuff. And even just watching a live performance on a video, right, it's still like a pretty cool thing. But obviously it would be even better to actually like go and see it in person. I think that would be obviously the next, the better approach to it. But it's something I thought about like randomly, like actually when I thought about it and I wrote it down on my phone in my notes section of like ideas I had. And then I was thinking, I was like, seeing as I literally asked her name, or she asked for my name, and I have a Twitch channel, I gave my Twitch channel, it'd be really cool to just chat with her anyway. I'd love to do that anyway. I was thinking like that would actually be something I'd love to hear her opinion on. Is it feasible? Whatever. Because you got to bear in mind, as I say, like English was always my least favourite subject when I was in school personally. But I did enjoy teaching it a lot. But like the part of it I enjoy teaching is like the reading aspects and like where I'd like read a character description and get them to draw it, or like I'd read like a description of a place and get them to draw it and stuff like that. That's kind of like what I really enjoyed doing in English teaching in primary schools. The bit I hate is the grammar, like, oh, expanded noun phrase. God, I think it's awful, and I don't really see why that is an approach that. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason behind it. What did I teach? I taught a lot of different stuff. Not a lot of different stuff. Mainly between year 3 and year 4, which is like 7 to 9 years old. But I'm not teaching at the moment. I think when I move, I'm gonna try and do some cover work because I think I've missed it. I think anyway. I'm not 100% sure that I will. So we should maybe just play the Revenant from hand so we actually get it on the back row. As we can just do this for the moment, right?
I shall teach them a lesson they will not forget.
Don't think that kind of thing is useful in primary schools. Right. It definitely is. It definitely is. To an extent. But I just don't feel like it's boring, mate, innit? It's just boring. But like writing is of course a very crucial skill because, you know, you use it in every subject, and there's definitely like a reason that is the approach that's adopted. But like for me personally, it doesn't do much for me, right? And having things like an expanded noun phrase be like, oh, I can recognize that in someone's writing. Like, oh, okay, I actually know what that is. I know why they're doing it. Like, it is definitely good, but you know, it's certainly not what I find to be the most exciting part of things. And I would just, I think it would just be interesting to speak to, like, I would love to speak to like an actual artist that's, you know, about their like primary school in particular, right? Their English education, and just see what it'll be like. Yeah. Haven't actually spoken about teaching much. It's kind of interesting. Like, when I was teaching, I was so absorbed in it, right? Like every day was about teaching ideas and things I could do to improve and stuff. But like, I don't really talk about teaching that often, but it is something I'm like definitely very passionate about. And I think, as I say, I'd be surprised if I don't do something involved in education at some point. Again, make that tweet then. Good idea.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
You crossed the wrong sorceress, mate. What are we doing here, mate? I just don't know. Start off by doing this, I guess. I think it's more within our interest to just go for a bit of magic and pray. Maybe it's just better to go Revenant. It's 2 points less. But it's so many more points if we to low roll the spawn. Bit of a situation here you might notice with my sequencing. Oops. This went a bit pear-shaped. So this was a misplay, right?
There will be rain or frost.
Looks like a loss. Oops. But yeah, whatever. We tried, man, we tried. But yeah, as I agreed as well, like definitely think it's something that you could do in secondary school as well. Absolutely, bro. It's just that that's not my area of interest as much because, you know, I have a degree in primary school teaching, right? And that's I taught primary school English. Like